Welcome everyone to the Common Critic. My name is Kevin. I'm going to be your host for our new Star Wars segment that we've been working on. We're really excited to go through this with everyone. Just to give you a little bit insight of what we're going to be doing here in this segment, we're really just going to be talking about Star Wars 100%, going over some movie reviews, going through some TV show reviews as well. You are not going to want to miss out, so be sure to subscribe to our channel. You do not want to miss on what we have to come. As many of you know, multiple Star Wars projects have been announced within these past few months, such as the Bad Batch animated series, the Ahsoka live-action series, and also the Obi-Wan Kenobi series that I am most excited about. I cannot wait. But one thing that I do want to focus on today, since it is May the 4th, by the way, happy Star Wars Day to everyone out there. As you can see, I am ready to go. I am set. Super excited about today because today is the premiere of the Bad Batch series. Now, if you don't know what the Bad Batch is, that is perfect. That is why I'm here. We are going to be going into a little bit of what you need to know before starting this series. All right, so first off, what you need to know about the Bad Batch. It's an animated series taking place after the Clone Wars. It is about a group or a batch of clones that have been mutated and have been experimented on to each have their own unique quality. And so they're different from any other clone. The clones that we're going to see in this Bad Batch, we have the leader, his name is Hunter. He has heightened tracking senses. He can sense almost anything. I hope we get a little bit of a background of each character. That way you can start the series off fresh without having to go back. Next, we have Wrecker. Wrecker is a clone who is built massive and really is the strength of the group. He is the muscle. Next, we have Tech. Exactly like how he sounds. He's the techie, nerdy dude, knows all about that. Next, we have Crosshairs, the best sniper, the best shot that you will find in the entire Army of the Republic, or now the Army of the Empire. And so that is the original Bad Batch. They are first introduced in the Clone Wars animated series right at the beginning of season 7. They're only in there for episodes 1 through 4. They have a great mission where they save a clone by the name of Echo. Now Echo, he is the 5th member of the Bad Batch. His story is a little bit different from the rest. He was a regular clone who we thought was killed in action, but really he survived and was actually taken by the Separatist army and was used by them. He was tortured and just used horribly. We see a little bit of that in the Clone Wars series. Anyways, now he is almost half cyborg, and since he went through all that, he doesn't even have his original body parts. He's half cyborg now. He didn't feel like he fit in with the rest of the clones, so he joined the Bad Batch, a group of misfits. So that is what you need to know. If you want to go back before starting the series and see where they were first introduced, once again, that's a Clone Wars series, season 7, episodes 1 through 4. That will get you enough backstory, I think, to be able to start this series fresh. Also, in my opinion, I would say just go through the entire series, but 7 seasons, it's going to take you a little bit of time. All right, and so some things that we know we're going to see in the Bad Batch is the start of the Empire. Now, the last time that we saw anything about the Empire, or I guess you could say the last time we saw the start of the Empire was at the end of episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, where Emperor Palpatine announced the almost death of the Republic and the rise of his new empire. Now, with that, what we're going to see some familiar faces, such as Admiral Tarkin. Now, Tarkin's going to play a huge part, as you could already tell in the trailer. So, with the fall of the Republic, also ended the War of the Clone Wars. Now, you take a civilization, an entire republic that created thousands upon thousands of clones, and then Emperor Palpatine, was manipulating it the whole time. Now what are you going to do with these clones? So one thing we know that we're going to see is the clones transition from the Republic to the Empire. One thing we're going to see, are the clones going to stick with the Empire, or are they going to betray their new empire? That's definitely something that we get from the trailer, seeing how they're going to cope with that. So I'm really excited to see all that. because the only time that we've truly been able to see the Empire fully at work is through Solo, the Star Wars story movie, and then also a little bit in Rogue One. Obviously, the attack of the rebels there against the Empire. Other than that, we have to wait until episodes 4 through 6 to really see how the Empire works. Even with that, we only get Palpatine and Darth Vader, not so much of the other guys. So this is really going to show kind of the behind the scenes, kind of how the Empire came to be. Also some things that some of us Star Wars people, some of us fans are hoping to see, a little hesitant maybe, is Order 66 at works once again. Now this is something that most have long awaited. We got a little bit in episode 3, and we have a little bit of a different part in some video games, also in the end of season 7 of the Clone Wars, but maybe we'll be able to see just a little bit more, because it was truly a devastating time for the Jedi for obvious reasons, and so maybe we'll be able to get to see some of that as well. Not only is it a devastating time for the Jedi, but also for the clones. Now for some of you, a little bit of a spoiler here if you are wanting to go back to the Clone Wars series. So the reason why the clones turned so easily upon their friends, upon their fellow comrades and soldiers, the Jedi, is because these clones were made with chips in their head. Chips that, when Palpatine wanted, can literally flip a switch and have them turn on the Jedi. I'm getting way off topic here. Let's get back to what's at hand. The premiere of The Bad Batch, what you need to know. Some further things that I would like to go into is what we also hope to see. So we've talked about seeing a little bit of Order 66 and some familiar faces as well. Some familiar faces that haven't been confirmed yet that we're really hoping for is Darth Vader. Now this is going to be the beginning of Darth Vader, right after episode 3, and maybe we'll even be able to get some of his Inquisitors as well. For those of you who don't know, Inquisitors are ex-Jedi that turned to the dark side and were basically recruited by Darth Vader to hunt down the remaining Jedi. Now these Inquisitors are really shown in the animated series Rebels. So if you're interested in that story, definitely go and watch it. I would highly recommend it. One of my favorite Star Wars pieces. One thing that we also hope to see is maybe an appearance by Boba Fett. Now Boba Fett actually does appear in the Clone Wars series as a child. So this takes place right after episode 2 when Jango Fett was killed, kinda in front of Boba Fett, a really hard moment for him. So we see a lot of him in the Clone Wars actually trying to get his revenge on Mace Windu for obvious reasons. One thing that I hope to see in the Bad Batch series is how Boba Fett truly came to be. You see a little bit in the Clone Wars how he teams up with a group of assassins and he's really great, but I want to see a little bit more. That was, kid Boba Fett. I want to see, the early 20s prime Boba Fett. That's what I want to see. Also, we have this new character introduced in the trailer. Looks like their name is Omega. Not very sure what or who they are, but they seem to play a huge role in the Bad Batch series. So I'm really excited to see who they introduced with that character and what storyline they're able to run with that. The premiere comes out today, so make sure right after this video you go and watch it. And also guys, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, this is something new that we are trying, so give us some ideas for some videos, some things that you want to see. If you're not a big fan of Star Wars, if you have any questions, put those questions in the comments for us. If you're a big Star Wars fan and there's certain things you want to see or you want to see reviewed by us here at The Common Critic, put those in the comments as well. Also, if you would just do me a huge favor, this is my first time at this, if you would give us a like, that'd be great. And if you also just subscribe to our channel, that would be amazing as well. We love the support. Share this with your friends and family. We got some great content coming in the future, very near as well. Hopefully we'll be able to get our review very quickly on The Bad Batch. Alright, so now we're at the end of the video. You can go ahead and turn me off and go watch the premiere of The Bad Batch. I hope I got you psyched about it. I'm psyched myself. I'm going to go watch it right now. Let's see what we got. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you next time.